Hi guys, and welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news. I am your host Martin, and this is episode 154, I believe. Yes, 154, I'm right. MoneyGram expands into India, TRX with 75 times leverage, and Binance blocks Russian users. Man, 154 days being here, man. It's so amazing being here each and every day with you guys. Talk about crypto, talk about the market, and talk about what's going on with the cryptosphere. Now, if you guys are catching the stream live, welcome. And if you're catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, please leave us a comment below. We really want to know what you are thinking. And if you want to be up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button and that bell so you're notified when we go live. Also, if you want to keep on chatting with us once the stream is done, you can join us on the Discord. The link is in the description. I'm usually active on Discord only when someone texts me. Haven't been posting there much. I've been posting more on Twitter. And yeah, happy Tuesday night, guys. Market pumped like crazy today. It was a really good day. My alert keeps popping off because I set up an alert for Bitcoin crossing over 8,775. It's just been flirting with that level, and it's making my phone go nuts. Now, you might see me looking and flipping through the news and the chart, and that is because I am waiting to take a position on the market. I talked to you guys about yesterday, and I told you my entry point was around 8,800. We did cross it. I didn't go in, and I'll tell you why. I do have a trading plan, and I usually say stick with your trading plan, stick with your strategy, but there's something that came in and threw a wrench in the strategy. And it's part of the reason why I'm waiting for this to clear out before I actually take my position on Bitcoin, right? Because I am going to go on Bitcoin, but I just want to get things to settle a little bit more. So let's start with the news, and then we can move on to the market analysis. I just have 5 small articles to cover today. The first one is Ripple partner MoneyGram expands into India. This article is very short. It's just like 1, 2, 3, like 6 small paragraphs, man. Like really not much. Anyways, what is happening? Well, Ripple-backed remittance service provider MoneyGram has brought its services to India. MoneyGram has partnered with Indian money transfer firm Ebix Cash. It's a wholly owned subsidiary of Nasdaq-listed Ebix for expansion into a country. According to an announcement Monday, Ebix Cash will be MoneyGram's exclusive partner in India, which is going to be good. It's going to give them exclusive in the country to work their remittance services, which is what MoneyGram's targeting. Anyways, MoneyGram aims to serve millions of users in the country via Ebix Cash. 320,000 distribution outlets spread across 4,000 cities, over 75,000 villages. It also aims to serve its inward remittance volumes of $3 billion annually. Grant Lyons, Chief Revenue Officer at MoneyGram, said that India remains the world's top recipient of remittances, and we're excited to better serve this critical market. Sorry, alert keeps popping up like crazy. Serve this critical market through our partnership with Ebix Cash, a leading brand with an approximate 80% share of locations in the country. It's not clear right now whether or not MoneyGram is going to utilize Ripple, the blockchain platform for this, Ripple's XRP, right? The blockchain part of it, the crypto part of it for this country. And I really wish we could get some clear views. Sorry guys, I gotta go check this out. Like my alert has popped up 4 times real quick. See, seems like, yeah, last fired like right now, man. So again, like I said, I'm tracking this. We are sitting at 8,774, and if it crosses again, it's gonna trigger, and I'm gonna get another alert popping up here on my phone. If you never set up alarms, do set them up. Sorry guys, apparently I did something here and I didn't switch to the screen, I guess. I'm not sure if I was on the screen or not. For some reason I started talking about the news without showing you this article. Maybe, I'm not sure. I'm concentrated right now on talking to you guys and maybe getting my entry point into the market. I'll talk about my strategy once we get to the stream, to that part of the stream. So right now, let's keep on moving with the news. Maybe I didn't change to the screen, and why was this switching something else? I'm not sure, man. Anyways, Binance to launch Korean support center following investment in local startup. Now, wait, sorry, let me go back to this one. We really want to get clearance on whether or not Binance is really gonna move on. Sorry, if MoneyGram is gonna move on using XRP in India. We know they have been asking Brett Garlinghouse to send more, to set up more channels so they can like operate with XRP on other places. So it's gonna be interesting to see whether or not they're gonna like make this be one of the MoneyGram corridors that will use XRP, right? Anyway, sorry if I got a little bit tongue twisted. Like I said, I'm a little bit more concentrated on what's going on with the market right now. because I really want to take a position on Bitcoin, and I'll tell you how I'm gonna do it in a second. You don't have to follow it. It's not financial advice. It's just how I would trade it, and that's just for me, right? Anyways, move on to the next article. Binance to launch Korean support center following investment in local startup, right? According to an exclusive report by CoinDesk Korea, Binance has taken a 500 million won, 432,000 stake in BXB, a Korean fintech firm that launched Korean won stablecoin last year. Alongside the investment, the two firms have inked an agreement that will see BXB support Binance in operating a new support center for local users of Binance.com. Now, the investment was made not through the exchange incubator arm Binance Labs, but directly from Binance. Now, Changpeng Zhao said, "We are continuously working with local partners across regions to jointly realize our shared mission in future and furthering cryptocurrency adoption globally. This investment is another step forward in exploring avenues of growth in Korea, which is an industry-leading market strongly positioned to stimulate blockchain innovation throughout Asia." Now, Binance has also publicly acknowledged for the first time in its local Bitcoin entity, BinanceCo.ltd, which is registered with Korean authorities in October 2019. The subsidiary will operate the new support center in partnership with BXB. And Changpeng said that we're reviewing what kind of business BinanceCo.ltd will carry out in Korea, in addition to operating the customer support center, right? And we also have that Binance Futures is introducing a perpetual contract for Tron or TRX, and that is paired to flagship stablecoin Tether. And the new contract will become available for trading on January 15th, right? So tomorrow. Traders will be able to go long or short on TRX with up to 75 times leverage. For example, those who choose the highest leverage will be able to hold 7,500 USD Tether worth of TRX after depositing 100 USD Tether as collateral. Now, like I said, I don't recommend trading on margin, especially high levels of margin. It's really easy that you get wrecked. It's really easy that you get really like liquidated from your position. So again, if you're gonna do futures, you're gonna go long or shorts, just be smart with the way you trade it, right? Binance blocks Russian user at behest of Ukrainian law enforcement, and this is gonna be an excellent article to drive a really good point. Not your crypto, not your keys, not your crypto, right? And don't have your money in an exchange if you're not gonna trade, right? Those two key points, man. Remember this. A customer affected by a sudden closure goes by the name of Alexander M. on the platform. His Binance account was reportedly frozen on January the 7th, and according to a report in local news publication rbc.ru, Alexander was informed that his account was frozen via email, which read, according to a report, your account is currently under review of Ukrainian police in Ukraine. You may liaise with them for further information. It is not immediately clear what the Ukrainian police have to do with the cryptocurrency trader. Sorry, alarm popping up again. 1 second, guys. Yeah, we're barely closing above it again, right? 8,778. Cool, what was this article? It's not immediately clear what the Ukrainian police have to do with the crypto trader. Alexander is a Russian citizen that claims to have never done any business involving cryptocurrency outside of his home. However, he has been left unable to access his own holdings on the platform pending Know Your Customer checks. Now, Alexander believes that the sudden freezing of his account is related to his recent purchase of stablecoin USD Tether. He told the publication that he bought some USD Tether on December 23rd from a contact. He paid cash for the crypto, and the seller transferred the same value of USD Tether from his Binance account. Now, after learning that his account had been frozen, Alexander contacted the seller again, and he informed Alexander that his own Binance account had been locked for 2 weeks at that point, and the exchange had reportedly given no explanation for this. Alexander then appealed to the platform customer support department, and he was instructed to film himself holding a password and a piece of paper requesting the account to be unlocked. After fulfilling the requirements, he was then told that his account was under review and expected an answer within 30 days. Again, guys, don't... alert triggering again. Below right now. See, so we're flirting with that line, and it's triggering my alert every time. So again, sorry, I lost the chain of thought. I do like that it's triggering. I know that my alert is working. It's just that we're flirting with this line so much that it's driving me crazy because I keep on looking at the chart. Anyways, like I was saying, it's good that this is happening, right? Because it drives the point that don't have your money in the exchange. The exchange can freeze it and hold it. and pending like this happening with this, right? Like some legal entity is asking that your account is frozen, so like they're investigating you, and you know, why have it there, man? Just put it in your wallet. No one can take it from a wallet unless you lose the key or something. But again, don't keep it in the exchange. The exchange get hacked. They take away your crypto. Something like this happens, you're locked out of your account. Not your keys, not your crypto. If it's in the exchange, it's also subject to be stolen. Guys, just be smart with this. Keep it where no one can freeze it. Keep it where you have control over it, and just put it on the exchange when you plan to do something. If you put it in exchange and then the exchange is frozen and it doesn't let you put money into the account, or also like to take if the very little money that you put into the account, then don't put it in that exchange and go to another one, or just look for a different way to trade, right? So again, be safe with this. Be smart on the way you trade. And I'm going to move on to the technicals now, right? So let's move on to the technicals. Awesome, guys. Welcome to State of Crypto Technicals part of the stream. Thank you for being here with me, staying here with me, actually. Let's look really quick at total market cap. Let's look at Bitcoin dominance. And then let's look at Bitcoin, because I am waiting to really take a position in Bitcoin, but I just need the market to be a little more decided before I actually go in. What is happening with total market cap? Well, yesterday we had money flowing into cryptosphere. Not much. Sorry, alert popping up again. Yesterday, opening at 237.58 billion and closing at 238.44 billion. A $1.01 billion move to the upside, 0.43%. Again, alert triggering. Right now, moving down, right? Or 0.48 billion, 0.47%. A $1.02 billion move to the downside, or sitting at 2,237 billion. Sorry, guys, getting a little bit tongue twisted, man. So let's go to Bitcoin dominance. Yesterday, Bitcoin lost dominance. Even gain. Sorry, I'm looking at the 1 hour. What am I talking about? Let's go back to dominance. Yesterday, we have. Sorry, guys. Scratch that last part. I was looking at the 1 hour for my Bitcoin chart. Yeah. On the daily, 12% money flowing into cryptosphere. A very, very good amount of money coming in, right? From an opening of 211.84 billion, closing at 237.41 billion. A $25.65 billion move to the upside. Like I said, 12.12%. Right now, a little bit of indecision, going up 0.07%. Yeah, ads coming in for Spotify. Awesome, Spotify. I wish Spotify had a free version without ads, man. Still, you cannot select what you want to play, but at least be free, you know? Alert triggering again. So what's happening? Indecision, right? Like, we're sitting almost at zero. So 0.04 down right now. Sitting at 237.33 billion, an $83 million move to downside. And we're just been flirting with this all day, right? You can see these long, short body, long parts, wicks to the upside and downside. Again, showing that indecision in the market. It doesn't know where it wants to go. And that's being reflected also on Bitcoin. And it's part of the reason that I haven't really taken my position. And I'll tell you why once we get to it, right? Bitcoin dominance yesterday. Even though Bitcoin gained a lot, right? A lot of traction. Look at how much dominance it lost, 3.14%. From an opening of 69.48, closing at 67.32, right? That is a lot of movement to the downside. Right now, still losing dominance. From an opening of 67.42, closing at 67.13, or sitting at 67.13 right now. A 0.28 move to the downside, guys. Man, it's good that Bitcoin is losing that dominance, man. Again, really bringing big part of the channel. I hope this keeps on dropping, man. It's good for the market. Now, we're going to go on to Bitcoin price. Bitcoin wasn't the biggest pump yesterday. I do believe Ripple pumped a little bit more, and also Ethereum pumped way more. Remember how I was telling you Ethereum was looking a little bit better, and Litecoin was looking a little bit better than Bitcoin on the way they were recovering. And Ripple, even though it's looking the worst, it really pumped really nice yesterday, right? So let's go look at the market cap for Bitcoin. You're probably going to ask, why are these red lines, yellow and green line up here? I'll talk about that in a second. Why I have an alert set up. That's a dotted line that you'll see up here. I'll also talk about that in a second. Ignore that for right now, and I'll tell you what I was looking at in the market. Now, on the daily, I was looking at stuff on the daily. I think this must have been yesterday, man, because this is the daily stuff, and I didn't change it today. Yeah, I think yesterday we were around here. We still managed to go up, man, and that is really, really good, right? So we're going higher, and what I was looking for was divergence, right? We were going from here, which was 114.11. We're sitting at 117, so we're going high as well, right? So whatever little divergence we had, right, on the MACD and on the RSI, on the daily, we killed it, man. That bearish divergence is gone on Bitcoin, and that is fine. I'm really not concerned with this. I'm concerned with what's happening on the shorter time scale. Now, like I said, this one is even 126, so it's much higher than this. We're going up, that's fine. We faced rejection at 8,900 once, twice. Really seeing it as a resistance right now. That's why my red line was there before this hit there. And I do have, like, I was chatting with some of you guys on Instagram and Twitter. And I was telling you about my strategy, when I was going to go in, why wasn't I going in, and what I was looking at in the market in case you guys want to be interested. But it was just private chats that I was having. And I did send pictures, so I have that backup that this had touched there. When I had drawn my lines and my strategy for the trade that I talked about yesterday, right? I told you guys yesterday that I was potentially going to go in around 7,800. I was probably going to set up an alert around 8,750. So I did around 8,800. Started looking at the market. I did set up an alarm, and then I shifted it up to 87.75 because it was really flirting with that line a lot. And then this red line over here is my stop loss, and you'll see that on the 1 hour. Now we're moving down a little bit. That's fine. Again, we were hitting overbought on the RSI on the daily at 70.07. Right now we're trying to cool off a little bit, 68.65 on the RSI. Positive momentum still going higher, and price going higher, and again being congruent with the market. So really nothing wrong right now on the daily. Looking really, really good. But still, I'll throw in the Bollinger Bands. It's gonna make a little bit of noise right now. Why is Bollinger Bands? There we go. Sorry, I'm gonna look at the Bollinger Bands real quick, and I want to put the 200 and show you where we're sitting at in relation to that 200. Right, that 200 right now, it's sitting at 9,084. Right, that's where it's sitting at. That 200 simple moving average is sitting at 9,084. We're very close to it. We're sitting at, I can't see the price, man. I have so much stuff here. I think we're sitting at 8,000. What the hell, man? The 200 makes it look really, really weird, man. So anyways, there we go. Now I can see where we're at. We're sitting at, where are we at, man? 8,751. That's where we're at. That was what I was looking for. I mean, this one over here, man. I couldn't see it. Sorry, I'm a little bit colorblind, so this color and this color are looking the same to me. And I was having a hard time telling where the line was actually sitting at. Like I was saying, right? We're seeing this move. We're really close to it, man. We're like within a little bit more than 300 right now, but we're within 300. And it was a possible move. Bitcoin can make that move very quickly. And again, like I said, we could probably get close to it, touch it, and then reject it again. Anyways, on the 4 hour, what was happening, right? I was tracking this stuff on the daily. So we were going higher. We're sitting lower. I was tracking this divergence that was bearish, and that's fine. Here we did go higher still, so I'll track this, right? On the 4 hours, I stopped looking at it because the stuff that I was waiting for it to happen, it was on the 1 hour, not the daily. So this was off the air. This was around like that 10 a.m., 9 a.m. candles. This went higher also as we were going higher, so this got negated. And we'll check over here. This was 63.94, 66. So very, very slightly higher as well, right? Than our previous high. Killing that divergence that I was tracking here on the 4 hours, and that is great, man. I really don't mind. We're sitting overbought on the RSI at 74.80. What I care about is what's happening on the 1 hour, because here I don't have that divergence, don't have anything else playing off. It just looks like regular market movement, and what I have is here on the 1 hour. So you'll see I have a lot of stuff written out, and that was my strategy for you. And I want to tell it to you guys how I was going to play this out, right? Anyways, first I started tracking divergence. This was at 8 a.m. So I was looking at the market around this time, right? I was looking at this movement to the upside still, and I was tracking it up, and then it like dropped a lot, and then here it opened and moved down, and I was really happy it was moving down. I was really hoping it would close much lower, and then try to rally again. But anyways, we did rally, and then we did get close to this part where my alert was set up, and it's been going off non-stop since. As you can see, we've crossed it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times, dude. We've closed it almost every hour, and my alarm and my cell phone have been going off like crazy. Do I mind? No, I don't mind. I really want to know what is going on with the market right now, because I really want to get my position in Bitcoin. Now, my strategy, like I told you guys, going in around 8,800 is my first entry point. I have it here, is that green line, and you'll see it here as a green price, right? 8,800. Now my next entry point, if I miss that, is 8,850, and I placed it there because I do believe it's still a good entry point. Then after that, it's 8,900, and then after that, that would be my last entry point, and what I'm calling an acceptable level for me. You will ask, why is it an acceptable level? Well, because above that, we're very, very close to that 200 simple moving average that we can touch and reject, and the profit that I would make, it will be so minimal, and part of it will be eaten by the commissions charged by the exchange. That going in at this level, it does still make sense, but it will be like more or less the last part where I want to go in, right? Look, we're sitting at 8,900, a movement to the upside of like the $200 that we would need to hit. It's very little, and the movement to the upside of this 1%, which is what the exchange would take, would put me at 8,989, which is very close to 8,989, which is very close to 9,000, and from there my gains would just be like very, very minimal. It would be like maybe 10%, like 1%, and the risk would be much higher because we're getting to areas where we can get rejected. Now, that's why I'm putting this as the last level of entry point, right? This is what it would make sense. Above that, it'll just be less money that I will be able to make, and really just the risk starts to outweigh the reward, right? The potential reward. So my entry point, my second entry point, in case I missed, and my last entry point. I set my stop loss 3% below my entry point, right? My first entry point, which is what I'm willing to lose on this trade, 3%. That is fine. Again, that's my strategy. You guys might vary, and that is great. Now, my first entry point did not trigger because we were developing strong bearish divergence, and we had lack of market definition. What do I mean lack of market definition? We didn't quite hit it, and seemed like we were gonna run through this divergence here, right? We have it here, man, and we have it here on the MACD histogram, right, and the RSI. I'll be against this price. We did move down, then we recovered and tried to pump again, but again creating divergence, and I left this one up here because when I was tracking it, it was up here. Look, I can move it to here, and we're still making divergence, right? Again, we wouldn't have it on the RSI, we're going higher, but on the MACD histogram, we still had it, and again, we were sitting overbought on the RSI at like 83.04. So again, I really wasn't gonna go in. My strategy is clear. Just the other indicators that were indicating price stagnation, or maybe price action to the downside, or reversal of some sort to try to get more into this neutral zone and try to get more room to run to the upside, were all triggering, right? So again, my strategy was kind of killed on that. Now, we do have a psychological resistance around that round number, so 8,800 would be one, 8,900 would be another one. So right now, we'll check what happened, right? This obviously kept on rising again. This one I'll get rid of. We'll talk about it right now. So this one moved, and this one moved, right? So if I was tracking all day, right? That's why I tell you, keep on tracking. And today it was a tracking day for me, because I was really, really hoping to get my position open in Bitcoin, but all these indecision made me not do it, right? Because I was looking at the market, it was really undecided, man. We were flirting with this line a lot. We didn't quite go through it. In my second entry point, we kind of hit it and then retraced, right? So we really weren't hitting it, right? And we're still moving up still. We're still moving down, and on the second part, right, from here to here, here to here, we created again bearish divergence, strong, also on the RSI, meaning price action to the downside. Even though we did go around up and run almost all the way up to 8,900, we actually did get to 8,893, very close. And this one we actually hit 8,900. And again, I was calm. I kept my cool because I knew the indicators were telling me the price was going to go down. Right now, we are still below that 8,800 level, even though this candle opened above it, right? 8,805. We are moving down right now. We're seeing that indecision happening. So again, I'm tracking, I'm looking at the market. I'm constantly being updated as to what's happening with Bitcoin. I do want to open a position, but I want to make sure that position I open makes sense, right? So for me, trying to get rid of this negative momentum, getting back into the zone makes it a little bit better. We can certainly come in, dip, and run again. We've done it before. It's not unheard of for this to come in and like take a small dip and run. But again, cooling off, it's better. When we run up again, we'll do it with much more strength. We'll do it with positive momentum building, and not with these diversions that we're facing. We'll be in a new chart or a new island of momentum, also going on stronger. And that's when it's going to make sense for this position to go in, right? For me to open that position I'm trying to open. We can still flirt and slowly start to go up and into these levels, and maybe slowly start to climb, and that's fine, man. That is not how I want to get into the market. I want to get into the market with a move that's going to make sense. Like I said, getting in here, I'm also looking for a move to the downside. Maybe the 20 MA would support us and then try to rally from there. If the 20 MA doesn't support us, then we have all the way down here at 8,240 some support. Maybe we manufacture some support here around 8,485. We probably look for areas where we can like rest for a little bit before we actually try to make our new run to the upside, right? And again, this move to the upside started yesterday. That's fine. We kept on climbing, creating that divergence. Really waiting for this to define itself before actually going, right? So I do have my money in the exchange. I moved cash from my account to the exchange today so that I could place my position as soon as this happened. But when it was happening, man, it was so weak that it made no sense. It started crossing here at 11, and I already had the money in the account by then. Then it started to like happen here. But again, that divergence is really stopping me on that call because I was positive that we're not gonna hit it with strength, and really just that $100 move, man. If I would have opened a position at 8,800, that 1% that the exchange would have hidden would have placed me at 8,888, right? Which is very close to the high of 8,800. We didn't even know if we're gonna get to this high, and really I would have just made like peanuts. So the risk was too much higher for the actual reward because we're really not getting indicators that this is going to be bullish enough to really burst through and pump to the upside, right? Right now we're kind of being a little bit weak right now. Not too weak, but slightly weak. And again, I'm going to wait for this to develop a little bit more. I do have my alert set up. It's going to keep on ringing all night probably as we keep on flirting with this line. But if I notice that this divergence gets killed, I'll definitely go in, right? So stuff that I'm looking at right now here on the 1 hour, even from back here, 1055, 1027, still slower than our major low of this island here, right? So I'm looking for this to create hidden bullish before we actually try to run again, and that would make sense, right? We wouldn't have it on the other side, we just have it on the MACD histogram, and that's something I would kind of look for this move to the downside to happen, hit that hidden bullish, and then maybe round off and try to pump again. Now, that being said, let's move on to Ethereum. I think I talked about enough about the strategy. Like I said, guys, it's my strategy. You don't have to follow it. Your mileage may vary. And this is not trading advice, right? It's just for entertainment purposes. I'm just telling you what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it and why haven't I pulled the trigger. And I was chatting with Benny. I was chatting with David off the air on Instagram and Twitter. And I was telling about the strategy, what I was going to do, and why it wasn't triggering, because I talked about it yesterday online. So let's move on to Ethereum. What is happening with Ethereum dominance? Yesterday, Ethereum getting dominance, 2.99%. Right now, losing dominance, 0.76%, sitting at 7.57% of market cap. Price of Ethereum, $163.87. Very nice move to the upside, 15%, man. Like I said, Bitcoin didn't even hit it that nice. Bitcoin was 8.78. Ethereum was king yesterday with its very, very nice run. 15.62% in gains, man. Right now moving down. Again, that's fine. Impulse up, you had to downslope and have to make some downslope consolidation. Now you're going higher than the previous high, right? I was tracking divergence. This, sorry. There we go. This was happening during the day when I was looking at this, and obviously it moved up and it kind of killed the divergence I was looking for. So again, that movement to the upside moved this chart, right? And like I said, I was tracking the market. I really wanted to get in. But I want to get in an area that would make sense for me at Bitcoin, right? Particularly because I want to open a Bitcoin position, not so much Ethereum. So other than that on the daily, we don't have anything else going on. We hit overbought. Right now we're sitting neutral. Bought on the RSI at 68.50. So let's go to the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, we did manage to go a little bit higher. We create divergence still? 18, 11. I was looking for divergence here. Obviously, we kept on pumping, right? We kept on moving up. And that divergence got kind of killed, man. It got annihilated. Anyways, we're going higher again, higher. Going with the market right now, sitting overbought at 77.31, which again, we would expect for this to cool off and run in here for a little bit. So let's go to the 1 hour, man. On the 1 hour, very nice move to the upside, bouncing off that 20 MA. Again, like I said, divergence happening, rallying from there. Very, very good move. High, higher high, more positive momentum. Now, we did go to a higher high with less positive momentum lately. That'll be this one here. I'll just make sure here it's going to stay on the 1 hour and make sure this is going to be yellow. Awesome. Now, we're creating divergence, strong bearish, price action to downside again. So we're getting these candles moving down. Again, that's nice. That's normal, healthy market movement, right? We're getting exhausted of running up. So we got to rest up a little bit before we actually go in. Sitting neutral on the RSI at 64. Sorry, not neutral. Bought on the RSI at 64.16. So I'm going to go on to XRP. What is happening with XRP, man? Dominance on the daily. Yesterday, it lost dominance, man. 0.07%. Right now, gaining dominance 1.18%. Sitting at 4.37% market cap. XRP at 23 cents, 23.723 cents. Did actually get to 24 cents. High was 24.50. And we lost a lot since then, right? But still moving up today. Very nice. Nice impulse up. 11%, again, better than Bitcoin gains. Right now, another 0.88%, which is very, very good. Now, let's look at, right, nothing else happening here. We're tracking divergence here. We obviously went higher and kind of killed it, right? So, again, getting rid of this stuff. From a previous high, this would be 434, 462. Again, going higher, more positive momentum, higher on the RSI. That's fine. So sitting bought on the RSI at 66.51. Really nothing else we can call out here. So let's go to the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, I do have this line at 24.692. We did get very close to it, and then we broke down from there. Here's what's going on. So from our previous high, man, right? This high over here. This is an island that we shouldn't ignore, right? It's very valid. It has a lot of data in it, rich data that tells us stuff. But right now we're going from a high to another high, and if I want to take this previous high to here, we're going lower. We'd also be going lower on the RSI, creating some strong bearish divergence. I doubt it's going to play out strongly though, because we do have this island over here that would indicate something different, right? From that island, it would mean that we have nothing going on, right? That we're very, very cool with the market. That means the older trend, it's up, right? Low to high, low to high, low to high, right? Positive to more positive. Again, like I said, stuff that we got to look at. So again, potentially it could break down on this older, larger divergence. But again, the pattern's too long and would be ignoring this island. I wouldn't recommend doing it that way, but your mileage may vary. Now, overbought still on their side, 74.84. So let's go to the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, divergence happening, right? We can see it very, very quickly. High, higher, high. So let me make sure this is going to stay here with us in the 1 hour. Yes, it is. And high to low and high to low, right? Again, strong bearish divergence, potential price action to the downside, getting exhausted of running up. Same stuff that's happening across the market, right? Yep, other than that, hitting bought on the RSI at 67.72. Sorry, 67.62. That's it for XRP, man. I don't believe there's anything else I want to call out on this chart. I'm waiting for this to develop a little bit more. My XRP position is still open. My Bitcoin position is waiting to be open. And let's move on to Litecoin. What is happening with Litecoin dominance? Man, yesterday the Litecoin gaining dominance 5.02%. Right now, gaining a little bit more, 0.90%, sitting at 1.58% of market cap. The price of Litecoin at $58.74. We did hit this upper part of the channel. and we're rejecting, and I haven't moved this channel in forever, man. So again, very nice to see that we're actually hitting it and rejecting. That's fine. Again, impulse up, starting to run again. Again, high, higher, high, higher, high. Across the RSI is the same thing. Sitting at overbought at 75.45 on the daily. So we're really going to come in here and cool off again. But if Bitcoin keeps on running, it does give us some fuel to still manage to try to pull to the upside. Let's go to the shorter time frame, the 4 hours. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Okay, cool. Sorry, I had to cough a little bit. For some reason, I felt like I was getting something in my throat. So what is happening, man? We were going up again, creating divergence. I was tracking it, right? We kept on tracking it. Going up, going up, going up. So this is all cool. You know, kind of kill this. Not happening. That's fine. Moving up, that's great. High, higher, high, more positive momentum. All honky-dory, right? Like, this is all really good, man. Like, it really is. We're not doing anything negative. That would imply price action to the downside right now on the 4 hours. We're probably going to have it on the 1 hour, though. So, again, I was striking this. We were making divergence to here. We're still making divergence to here, right? Going lower, going even much higher. But if I wanted to go all the way from here to here, or take it from here to here as a secondary point of contact, right? We'll go from there to there, and from there to there. And from here to here on the other side, right? And that would all make sense. And guess what would that mean? That would mean a strong bearish divergence, right? Again. And potential price action to the downside. Again. So the stuff that I'm looking for as I'm setting up my trades and doing my own analysis during the day, so that I can so I can keep on tracking the market. Sorry. And seeing where things are going, right? Again, negative momentum island starting to develop, but it's very, very little. Still trying to figure out what's going to happen. Oh man, I'm not sure if I don't think I have allergies, but for some reason, like my nose feels so weird and my throat's starting to feel all itchy, man. Gotta get some water, guys. I really want to clear my throat. Anyway, so let's move on to Binance. Again, so sorry, sitting bought on their side at 68.36. Now Binance on the daily. What is happening with Binance on the daily? Yesterday losing dominance 2.21%. Right now gaining dominance 3.10%. Sitting at 1.12% of market cap. Price of Binance $17.08. Very nice move to the upside again. Very nice gain yesterday. 9.65. Still a little bit better than Bitcoin, right? All the alts pumped a little bit better than Bitcoin. And probably part of the reason that we saw Bitcoin lose much more dominance than the alts, right? To the alts. So, what is happening, man? Let's see. We were tracking divergence yesterday during the stream, right? During the live stream. So again, we kind of killed it. So anyway, we did this. This happened across the market, right? All this slant divergence we were doing, we kind of killed. Let's go to the 4 hours. What's happening on the 4 hours? Sorry, sitting bought on the RSI at 70.06. On the 4 hours, what's happening? We're going to a higher high as well, right? Look at this, man. I was tracking it to here during the morning. I think it was during the morning or even during yesterday during the stream. I can't remember. But still, we did manage to go higher and killed it. I really don't care too much for these alts right now. My entry point is for Bitcoin. I do believe Bitcoin gets about that 200 simple moving average. We might be in for the next bull run. Although we can like kind of break back in and then break back down. It's still to be determined. But again, I can set up a stop loss at that 200 simple moving average and take whatever profit I make from 8,800 onwards, right? So at least I would have secured $200 minus the exchange rates. But other than that, we'll see how things go, right? So again, we kill divergence, whatever we're having here, by going to a higher high, more positive momentum. Now, stuff that I'm looking at right now, 70, 80, very cool. So this will be 79.72. This will be 80.34, and we're going much higher. So again, very close to making that sort of divergence here. This pulls back a little bit, then we will create bearish divergence, strong, and we can look for maybe potential price action to the downside. Let's go to the 1 hour. Again, on the 1 hour, I was striking this in the morning, 9 a.m. Again, this kept on pumping, right? And this got undone. So again, that's fine. I really don't care too much for this right now. Like I said, not that I don't care about Binance. I don't care about going in on Binance right now. I'm worried about going in on Bitcoin. That's my target. Creating strong bearish divergence, potential price action to the downside. This still undeveloping. That positive momentum still hasn't quite died out. Sitting overbought on the RSI at 79.45. We gotta cool off. Right, that's what we gotta do. Guys, that's it for today. I got messages from some of you guys saying that you're gonna be late for the stream. That's great. Just catch it on the replay, right? That's something you can do. Now, what's my take on the market? I'll change this to yellow. We talked about it today. Right, my take is that keep an eye out, for me at least, is I'm gonna keep an eye out for Bitcoin. I am expecting it to go higher, but not right now though. Right now it has to cool off a little bit, reset that oscillator a little bit, that RSI, before it actually tries to run and really punch through that 200 simple moving average. We gotta punch through it with strength. Otherwise, we're gonna get rejected, and it's gonna be a very not so nice move to the upside, right? Anyways, thank you for watching, guys. Again, if you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. Now, if you guys want me to look at a particular coin, you can put it on the chat, and I'll look at it gladly. We got to a point in the stream where I do that. So, again, if you want me to look at an asset or any kind of commodity, post it. I'll check it out. Otherwise, we'll probably be signing off here quickly. I'm not sure if I want to keep on chatting you up for 12 more minutes while we close this candle. I'm really waiting to see what's going to happen here. I'm probably going to keep on looking at the market throughout the next couple hours, at least until I go to sleep, and then really just depend on the alert to wake me up when we cross that 8,775 again, to analyze whether or not we're coming in with strength and whether or not I'm going to open that position, right? Now, I'm not going to open a strong position on Bitcoin. I'm going to open a pretty strong position, let's say. My strong position will probably go in after 8,000, 9,089, which is where I believe, or 200 simple moving average was on the daily. And that's really where when I wanted to go in, right? So, to go in with more. I'm going to go in with some right now, but with more then. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for tonight. Again, if you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you're notified when we go live. This is Zero Crypto. I'm your host, Martin. It has been a pleasure being here with you guys tonight on a great Tuesday night. I hope you have a great time trading. I hope you had a great day today with your trades. I can tell you that for me, it was a very nice day. Even though I didn't take a position, it's certainly bringing some excitement back into the market, right? I'm getting that rush again of that I'm going to open a position on Bitcoin and really be hunting for everything again in a day-to-day basis, trying to take and sell positions so I can acquire more mass Bitcoin. So I really want to see how this is going to play through. Guys, like I said, it's going to be all for today. Thank you for watching. If you like what we do, you know what to do. Talk about crypto to your friends, to your family, to your coworkers. Let them know that we are here. This is the best intro, mid, and probably long-term crypto channel for news and analysis. Yeah, it's going to be it for tonight, guys. I'll catch you tomorrow.